How's everybody doing? Okay, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our friend, the scale, or maybe not our friend, right? So, gosh, I get this question so often, and I have people so frustrated on a daily basis with what that number on the scale says. And so, I just wanted to tell you that we need to not gauge our success by that number. I mean, it is great to use it as a guide, but I highly recommend not getting on the scale on a daily basis. I feel like once a week is probably plenty. There's a lot of factors that come into play when we're talking about that number fluctuating, because it does. And so, some of the things that we need to be mindful of when we get on that scale, and perhaps you get on it and it's 2 or 3 pounds heavier than the day before. This is why I don't want you getting on the scale on a daily basis, but it's totally normal for there to be some fluctuation from day to day in your body weight. And there's a lot of things that come into play when we're discussing those things. So be mindful of these things, okay? Ladies, where are you in your cycle? Because we all know that we tend to retain water during, a specific time, so we need to be mindful of that, okay? We also need to be mindful about our salt intake, our water intake, our sugar consumption, our carb consumption. We need to be mindful of, are we constipated? We need to be mindful of what the weather's doing, because if it's a little warmer out and you're a little bit more swollen from the heat, that's going to play a part in things. We need to be mindful of medications, whether it be over the counter or prescription. Our stress level. How's our stress level? Okay? Are our adrenal glands, functioning properly? Are we really overly stressed? How's our sleep? These are all things that we need to be very mindful of. So there's a lot of factors that come into weight fluctuation. So we need to remember that when we get on the scale one day and we think, oh, okay, I'm down a pound. So we jump on the scale the next day because we're fingers crossed, we're down a couple more pounds. But you see this 3 to 4 pound fluctuation on the upside. And what happens? It totally plays a mind game with us, and it just sets us up for defeat. We feel defeated. And we all know that can be very damaging to the journey that we're on. So once a week is plenty. But what I like to tell everyone that I work with, my clients and just everyone out there, gauge your journey and your success on how your clothes are fitting. Are your clothes fitting different? Are you looking different in clothes? Are you feeling not so bloated on a regular basis? Those are the things that you need to look for. They're the non-scale victories that you really need to celebrate, okay? So anyways, don't get on the scale. It's a jerk.